The journey has ended, but something far bigger has just begun. After weeks cutting through open seas and months of anticipation back home, the Philippine Navy's newest offshore patrol vessel, BRP Rajah Sulayman PS-20, has finally reached Philippine waters. There were no fireworks, no loud announcements, no spectacle broadcast to the world. Yet this quiet arrival marks one of the most meaningful moments in the Philippine Navy's modernization story in recent years. This wasn't just another ship delivery. This was the arrival of a new era. Guiding her home was BRP Jose Rizal FF-150, the Navy's first modern missile-armed frigate. And that image alone tells a powerful, layered story. One ship represents the Navy's leap into high-end naval warfare, a symbol of deterrence and combat power. The other represents something equally vital: endurance, persistence, and the constant, unwavering presence needed to secure a nation's maritime domain. Together, they symbolize a fleet no longer built around stopgaps, but around purpose. A fleet that is becoming smarter, more integrated, and more capable than ever before. This wasn't simply a vessel returning from overseas construction. This was the arrival of the lead ship of the Philippine Navy's new six-ship HDP 2400 offshore patrol vessel program. These ships are being constructed by HD Hyundai Heavy Industries of South Korea, one of the world's most experienced and respected naval shipbuilders. With BRP Rajah Sulayman's arrival, the Navy officially crosses a threshold. It's moving beyond an era that was long dominated by small, aging, and lightly armed patrol craft. It's sailing toward a future with a force designed to remain at sea for long periods, to hold its ground, and to protect national sovereignty day in and day out. This is a fundamental shift in capability and in mindset. Visually, the contrast between the escort and the escorted ship is striking. The Jose Rizal class frigate, built for deterrence and high-intensity combat, carries missiles and advanced sensors meant to face peer threats. It's the sharp end of the spear. BRP Rajah Sulayman, by contrast, is built for the long game. Its mission is extended patrols, maritime law enforcement, humanitarian assistance, and maintaining a constant, visible presence across the vast stretches of the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Together, these two vessels reflect a smarter, more mature fleet architecture. It's one that is aligned with real operational demands rather than just prestige. It shows an understanding that you don't need a missile frigate for every single mission. Sometimes, the most powerful tool is simply being there, day after day. That is the job of an offshore patrol vessel. BRP Rajah Sulayman PS-20 is based on the HDP 2400 design, a modern offshore patrol vessel optimized for three key things: range, endurance, and adaptability. With a displacement of roughly 2,400 tons, she is significantly larger than most of the legacy patrol ships the Navy has operated in the past. But that size isn't about intimidation, it's all about capability. What does that extra size and tonnage get you? First, greater range, allowing the ship to travel farther without needing to refuel. Second, better seakeeping, which means it can operate more effectively in the often rough waters of the West Philippine Sea. Third, improved crew endurance. A larger, more stable platform means less fatigue for the sailors on board, allowing them to stay focused and effective for longer periods. And finally, longer time on station without needing resupply. In practical terms, it all adds up to the ability to stay present where presence matters most, for longer than ever before. The days of short, picket fence patrols are giving way to sustained maritime security operations. This design choice also reveals a deeper strategic logic. Instead of trying to overarm ships at the expense of their sustainability and cost, the Philippine Navy is investing in platforms that can grow and evolve. BRP Rajah Sulayman is not a finished product frozen in time, it's a foundation. As threats change and as more resources become available, these vessels can be upgraded with new sensors, better weapons, and even unmanned systems. This fitted for but not with approach is a smart, fiscally responsible way to build a modern navy. It ensures the ships remain relevant for decades to come. The Escort by BRP Jose Rizal also carries its own powerful message. It shows a navy that no longer introduces its new ships in isolation. These modern platforms are arriving into a fleet that can operate together, train together, and project a unified, integrated maritime presence. For regional observers, the signal is subtle but unmistakable. The Philippine Navy is no longer just buying ships. It is building a cohesive, integrated naval force. As the lead ship of her class, BRP Rajah Sulayman will play a pivotal role that goes beyond her own patrols. She will be the one to shape doctrine, set training standards, and refine operational concepts for all 5 of the offshore patrol vessels that will follow her into service. The lessons learned from her early deployments, how she handles, how the crew operates, how her systems perform in the real world, will ripple across the entire fleet. The experience gained from PS-20 will refine how offshore patrol missions are conducted for years, perhaps even decades, to come. She is the trailblazer. Now, as BRP Rajah Sulayman PS-20 settles into her home port, the real work begins. She will undergo post-delivery checks, the crew will need to be fully certified, and the vessel will be operationally integrated into the fleet. But as this process unfolds, attention naturally turns to what lies ahead. With 5 more of these capable offshore patrol vessels on the way, the Philippine Navy is on the verge of achieving something it has long lacked: a truly persistent, credible offshore presence. Having a squadron of 6 modern OPVs will be a game-changer. It will allow the Navy's high-end combatants, like the Jose Rizal-class frigates, to focus on their primary missions of deterrence and preparing for high-intensity conflict. Meanwhile, the OPVs will handle the relentless, day-to-day work of maritime security, law enforcement, and sovereignty patrols. This is how modern navies truly grow and mature. Not through dramatic, one-off announcements or flashy ship acquisitions, but through steady, deliberate, and methodical capability building. It's about building a balanced fleet where every ship has a clear purpose and complements the others. The quiet arrival of BRP Rajah Sulayman may not have dominated global headlines, but for the men and women of the Philippine Navy, and for the future of maritime security in the Philippines, its impact will be profound. It will be felt on every patrol conducted, in every humanitarian mission answered, and across every mile of sea that she and her sister ships will help to secure. This is not just the arrival of a single ship. It is the arrival of a new operational reality for the Philippine Navy, one defined by endurance, presence, and professionalism at sea. And as the first of 6, BRP Rajah Sulayman PS-20 is only the beginning. If you found this update informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Philippine defense and modernization content from Watchdog. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.